Welcome. Welcome to Legacy Lens, where history ain't just some dusty old book. Nah, it's alive, chaotic and packed with more drama than a royal family group chat. Today we're time-travelling through England's wild history, from medieval knights swinging swords to Victorian factories puffing smoke, and yes, all the way to football hooligans and Beatlemania. England's been through it all, and I'm here to tell you the best bits. So grab your tea, your crumpets, or whatever snack makes you feel posh. And let's rewind time. Trust me, this one's juicier than King Henry VIII's divorce papers. All right, picture this. Medieval England, castles everywhere, knights in shiny armour, life expectancy, probably shorter than your phone's battery life. In 1066, a French dude named William the Conqueror showed up, took one look at England and said, "Mine now." He wins the Battle of Hastings, and suddenly England gets a Norman makeover, new rulers, new laws, and a whole lot of French influence. But don't be fooled, life was rough back then. If you weren't a knight or a noble, congrats. You were probably a peasant working 12-hour days for nothing but bad bread and back pain. Medieval England was basically a real-life RPG, except instead of respawning, you just didn't. Fast forward to the Tudor era and boom, say hello to King Henry VIII, the ultimate reality TV king. My man had 6 wives, changed the entire religion of England just to get a divorce, and still acted surprised when people called him dramatic. Imagine if your ex broke up with you, and instead of moving on, you started your own religion. That's Henry for you. Then there's Queen Elizabeth I, arguably one of the baddest bosses in history. Never married, ruled solo, and took down the Spanish Armada in 1588 like it was just another Tuesday. Meanwhile, William Shakespeare is out here writing bars better than any rapper today, the OG lyricist of the 1500s. England, in this era, glowing up, becoming a global power and setting the stage for the big leagues. Now, let's crank up the steam engines, because the 18th and 19th centuries hit like an energy drink. The Industrial Revolution turns England from a land of castles to a land of factories, trains and really, really bad air quality. People move from farms to cities, and suddenly everyone's working 14-hour shifts in factories. Kids too. No child labour laws back then. They just handed you a wrench and said, "Good luck, lad." Meanwhile, England's building an empire so big that the sun literally never sets on it. Colonies in India, Africa, the Caribbean, Australia, you name it, they probably ruled it. Some people thought it was great, others not so much. Britain left its mark on the world, but not always in a good way. Let's just say colonialism was kind of like that friend who crashes on your couch and never leaves. Jump to the 20th century and England's got some real problems. World War I? Trenches, mud and millions of lives lost. World War II? The Blitz bombs London, but the British just slap on a stiff upper lip, sip their tea and keep going. Winston Churchill? The dude could deliver a speech so powerful it made people want to charge into battle with just a cup of Earl Grey. Then comes the Beatles, and suddenly England is cool again. Beatlemania hits harder than any TikTok trend, and the world falls in love with 4 guys from Liverpool. Fast forward a bit more. England becomes a melting pot of cultures, football takes over the country like a second religion, and Big Ben keeps ticking through it all. Today, England's got ancient castles and viral memes, Shakespeare and Stormzy, fish and chips and chicken tikka masala history and modern life side by side. And that, my time-travelling history buffs, is the epic story of England from medieval madness to modern memes. We had knights and queens, revolutions and rock stars, and through it all, England just kept on keeping on. Now, if you enjoyed this chaotic rollercoaster through time, do me a favour, smash that like button like you're Henry VIII cancelling another wife. Leave a comment. What's your favourite part of England's history? Or just drop a random God Save the King for the culture. And of course, subscribe to Legacy Lens. Or I might just haunt you like a medieval ghost whispering Shakespeare quotes at 3 a.m. Don't risk it. All right, I'm out. See you in the next one. Peace, history lovers.